If you're a mom that's thinking about creating content, but you feel like you don't have time, let me tell you, you are not wrong. But the real problem probably isn't your time. It's really not having a system, okay? Hear me out. And once I figured that out, I realized that working moms have something really important. We have some of the most valuable content that there is on the internet. Let's just start by thinking about it. Let's talk about why working moms have that valuable content, okay? First of all, we have what is considered to be one of the most demanding jobs that there ever was, being a mom. It is a lot of work, but we have already learned how to solve a lot of life's bigger problems to other people, but are kind of smaller to us because we have to make things work in order to unify our families. For instance, a lot of people search very basic things on the internet and have an issue with finding those real life solutions. Things like, how do I manage my time? Or how do I balance work and life? How do I stay organized? How do I survive motherhood? Us working moms, we are literally living that day to day, okay? We get up, we answer most of those questions. We may not be completely 100% organized, but we have systems in place and we know how to make things work. We can show you how to be functional. Not necessarily a perfect system because there's no perfect world, but there are ways that can help others. And usually, girl, you probably got the answers to that. Remember, when you're creating, you're not starting from scratch. You're just trying to figure out what exactly you offer to someone else that could be of value. You're documenting exactly what you already know, which is pretty helpful. Because remember, your everyday could be someone else's tutorial. The second thing is there is this system that I mentioned in the beginning of this video that makes content creation possible for a working mom. When I first started out content creating, I was trying to show up every single day. In fact, I gave myself a challenge and I made it mandatory for myself to show up every single day, whether it be a video or a picture, something to engage my audience. I did it and I still didn't see the conversion that I wanted because I was thinking about what I wanted to share and not necessarily what would be important to the people that I was trying to speak to. With kids though, posting them every day is just not realistic, y'all. It's not. I tried it again now with not one but two kids, and unless it is your full-time job, it is completely unreasonable. You got to have a really good system in place. So knowing that creating every day was just unrealistic for me, I had to build a system. Now, hear me out. This is not a new concept, okay? I'm sure from a lot of content creators, you may have heard the term of batch creating. However, remember that a working mom's days and time and allocated free time is very different from the traditional single content creators' time. You know, a lot of mom creators either create while they're in their car, if their kids are sleeping, whatever, if they are used to posting on an everyday basis. If you want something a little bit more polished, if you're somebody that kind of really loves crisp content, I suggest batch creating because that allows you to really be able to tailor your content and possibly even work with an editor to make sure that you have a structured schedule for your content and for your community. Batch creating is something that I've been doing, and actually I'm doing it now. I'll probably be filming a few videos tonight because both my kids are sleeping, and actually one of them went with Grammy tonight, so we are making the most of our time. The second step is filming the long form content first. This year my goal is to focus on building community more than anything. I feel like everyone is so worried about the brand partnerships and those things, and I feel like if you build the community, those other things will come. And so my goal is really connecting with the people that want to be in these spaces as creators, or that are going through motherhood like myself, or that feel the pressure and responsibility of being that firstborn or being that responsible one. This is my goal this year, to really build that community. That's what I really want to do. So I'm focusing on YouTube as my long form content first, and then building my short form content from my YouTube videos. Because here's the thing, y'all. YouTube is actually the plug, okay? From one piece of long form content that's like 8 to 10 minutes or maybe a little longer, you can get 8 to 10 clips from this one video, as long as you know how to edit it right. And you can just put those things out. Like if there's certain talking points that you want to highlight in a reel, you can put that in the script so that when you are delivering your verbiage on footage, you can just cut that up a little easier. Don't tell nobody that I never gave you anything, just saying. Because from this one video, I will have TikToks, Reels, and YouTube Shorts. That's a lot of short form content from one piece of long form content. That also is the cheat code to consistency, because if you already have this one long form video done, you can just go ahead and chop stuff up and have things ready to post. I'm telling you. The third thing is to get help with editing, okay? At some point, if you're really serious about growing, you may need to ask for help in different ways. And for me, I realized that there were certain things that I did want to delegate, and editing is one of those tasks. It takes time, and it is a job that is very tedious, and you also have to be creative. I felt like if I just focused on editing, that took away from my job as the creator. So I decided to outsource and get help. I have found someone that fit my editing style, and Sheila and I have been working together for a bit. I'm hoping we can build something great going forward, especially on YouTube and in this community. And I suggest you guys, one, I'll put her information below so that you guys can reach out to her with any inquiries if she's taking new clients. But if you're also looking for editors, I would suggest like Fiverr or looking on Instagram. Also referrals, look on other creators' pages and see who do they tag as their editors, because a lot of big creators utilize a team, and usually that team includes an editor. So don't sleep on asking for help. Now this part is one of my favorites because it involves taking what you already know and turning it into some money. So let me tell you how you can turn that knowledge of yours into an income. Here is something I wish way more people understood. The goal of content creation is not just to go viral. The goal is ownership, okay? That's what I want you guys to know. The goal is ownership. Ownership of your knowledge. You want to have things like guides, courses, building communities, brand partnerships, all those kind of things. Realize that your experience has value, okay? Virality helps with getting you out there, but trust me, baby, those viral numbers, those people utilizing your content, if they don't relate to you, they will not convert and be a part of the conversation and community that you're trying to build. I know this for a fact. The first time I had a reel hit 1 million, I just knew I was gonna be popping. Okay, I'm gonna tell you from experience. I just knew that was gonna be the beginning of something big, and I kept throwing out content afterwards that was kind of in a similar genre, introducing myself to the new followers, because I got a couple new ones, nothing crazy, but I got a couple, maybe 100 or something from that viral reel. And then after a while, things slowed down, and I was confused as to how that happened and why that happened. But I realized I didn't have a strategy. I was just worried about virality and trying to find that next trend instead of actually building a community from those people that were getting the visibility of my page, okay? So from those people seeing it, I should have been trying to captivate their attention, see if there was some common ground to get them to want to stay and revisit my content again in the future. When you know better, you do better. And that is why I'm telling you guys, so that you can do better and not make those same mistakes. You will make mistakes as you grow, of course, but I'm trying to help you overcome the things that I have already endured. So just remember that your content does have value, your experience does have value, and you can turn those eyeballs into community and grow from there. Because the goal is, like, you want to provide value to people. If you are a creator, you can create just for fun, which is fine, but a lot of people, if they're in this space, they have something to talk about, even if it's just working through something on their own. Like, I feel like for me, in the lifestyle space, in the motherhood space, this is a space of growth for me. And so I want to talk to other people that are in the same space. That's why I'm creating. That's why I am learning about the content creation space and sharing that with you all, because I want to show other people that they can do it. You can work the job, you can have the family, and you can create and be a creative person and also master that stuff, okay? That is what I really want to show to people. Remember, your knowledge is an asset. It's just all about how you package it. One of the reasons that I am building my YouTube page and Substack this year is because I want to have some deeper conversations. So that's part of that value that I see in myself as a creator and that I want to offer to my audience as well, my knowledge and expertise in those areas. And I realized that short form content is great for getting eyeballs on my content, but the real conversation and community comes from long form content. It does. And it happens the more that people get to know you. You get into those deeper things. You don't just meet someone the first day and like empty out your whole heart to them. I mean, some people do. No shade, no tea, no judging. But I just think that in order for us to have a good relationship as an audience and creator and as friends, you have to know a little bit more about the person. So that is where this long form content will be poured into, and also my Substack to come. So if you're a working mom that's just thinking about building something online, trying to figure things out, I'm starting to share more of the behind the scenes systems and conversations, journal prompts, those things. They'll be coming up on my Substack too. So I'll be working on that. I'll leave the link in the description of this video once it's all up and going. Okay, I'll upload it there if you want to join that community as well. Okay, yes, because that's the whole goal, right? We want to exchange that knowledge, okay? Exchange the knowledge between us as friends and build that community of responsible people that feel the pressure of motherhood, firstbornness, working, balancing parenthood, all of that. That's the goal. That's what we're going to talk about in that group. So if you are a working mom and you're thinking about starting content creation, let me just tell you this. Start small, start messy, because it might be a little messy. Start documenting. It's okay. Just turn that camera on, okay? Plan it out. If you are a planner like myself, I can't just do things without having a plan. So I do understand that. But remember, the knowledge you use every day is valuable, girl. Trust me, people are Googling it constantly. It might be exactly what somebody else needs, okay? And if you want more content about building online while raising a family, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and make sure you leave a comment and let me know what you will be working on as far as your content creation goals. See you guys in the next one. Bye.